Today, let us understand about the square roots. Study the following situation. Now see, one example is given. Area of a square is 144 centimeter square. What could be the side of the square? Now, we all know that the formula of area is L into L. Area of a square is L into L, that is side square. The area of a square is equal to side square. Now, the length of the side, let us suppose as A, then 144 equal to A square. Now, if you want to find the length of the side, it is necessary to find the number whose square is 144. So, A square is equal to 144. So, we have to find such a number for 144 whose square is 144. That means 144 is a square of which number? Okay, that we have to find out. So, A square is equal to 144. So, A square is equal to 12 square. 144 means 12 square. So, A is equal to 12. Now, what is the length of diagonal of a square of side 8 centimeter? Now, diagonal AC we have to find out. The side of the square is 8 centimeter. So, AB is 8, BC is 8. We have to find out diagonal AC. Now, how we will find this? With the help of Pythagoras theorem. So, according to Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So, AB square plus BC square is AC square. So, AB square is 8. So, AB is 8. So, 8 square plus 8 square is equal to AC square. So, 64 plus 64 equal to 8 is AC square. So, 64 plus 64 means 128 equal to AC square. Now, if we want to find out AC, we have to find out the number whose square is 128. Okay. Now, further, in a right angle triangle, the length of hypotenuse and the side are respectively 5 cm and 3 cm. So, hypotenuse is 5 cm, this side is 3 cm. So, we have to find out x, the third side. So, according to Pythagoras theorem, how we can apply? Suppose this is x centimeter, then x square plus 3 square equal to 5 square. So, 5 square equal to x square plus 3 square. So, 5 square means 25 and 3 square means 9. So, 25 equal to x square plus 9. So, x square is equal to 25 minus 9. This 9 will come, this side will become minus. So, 25 minus 9 equal to x square. So, 16 is equal to x square. Okay. So, again we have to find such number whose square is 16. That means x square is equal to 16. So, x is equal to 4. In all the observations what we see, we need to find a number whose square is known. Okay. Square is known, we have to find such a number whose square is the given number. This number. Okay. Finding the number with the known square is known as finding the square root. Let us understand finding the square roots. We know that the inverse, that is opposite operation of addition, is subtraction, and the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So, similarly, finding the square root is the inverse operation of squaring. Now, 1 square equal to 1, therefore, square root of 1 is 1. So, square root of 1 is 1. 2 square equal to 4, therefore, square root of 4 is 2. So, square root of 4 will be 2. 3 square equal to 9, therefore, square root of 9 is 3. So, square root of 9 is 3. Now, since 9 square equal to 81, so minus 9 square equal to minus 9 into minus 9. So, minus minus will become plus, and 9 into 9 equal to 81. So, we can say that the square roots of 81 are 9 and minus 9 both. Now, 11 square equal to 121. So, what is the square root of 121? It is 11. Now, 14 square equal to 196. What is the square root of 196? It is 14. Now, let us see here. Minus 1 square equal to 1. So, is minus 1 a square root of 1? So, yes. Minus 1 is also the square root of 1. Minus 2 square equal to 4. Is minus 2 a square root of 4? So, yes. Minus 2 is the square root of 4. Minus 9 square equal to 81. Is minus 9 a square root of 81? So, yes. Minus 9 is also the square root of 81, as we have seen here. Okay. From the above, you may say that there are two integral square roots of a perfect square number. In this chapter, we shall take up only positive square root of the natural number. What we will take? Only the positive square root. Now, positive square root of a number is denoted by the symbol under root. This is the symbol for under root given for square root of a number. Okay. So, under root 4 equal to 2, not minus 2. Under root 9 equal to 3, not minus 3, etc. Now here some square root numbers are given. So 1 square equal to 1. So root 1 equal to 1. 2 square equal to 4. So square root of 4 equal to 2. 3 square equal to 9. So square root of 9 equal to 3. 4 square equal to 16. So square root of 16 equal to 4. 5 square equal to 25. So square root of 25 equal to 5. 6 square equal to 36. So square root of 36 is equal to 6. 7 square equal to 49. Square root of 49 equal to 7. 8 square equal to 64. Square root of 64 equal to 8. 9 square equal to 81. Square root of 81 equal to 9. And 10 square equal to 100. So square root of 100 equal to 10. Let us understand finding square root through repeated subtraction. Now do you remember that the sum of the first n odd natural numbers is n square? So that we have studied in the last exercise. That is, every square number can be expressed as the sum of successive odd natural numbers starting from 1. Now consider square root of 81, then what we will do? We will subtract the successive odd natural numbers and we will start from 1, starting from 1. So in first we will subtract minus 1, then minus 3, then minus 5, then minus 7, minus 9, minus 11, minus 13, minus 15 and minus 17 and so on. Okay, so let us see 81 minus 1 equal to 80. Now from this answer we will subtract minus 3. So 80 minus 3 equal to 77. From this answer we will subtract minus 5. So 77 minus 5 equal to 72. From 72 you will subtract minus 7. 72 minus 7 equal to 65. From 65 you will subtract minus 9. So 65 minus 9 equal to 56. From 56 you will subtract minus 11. So 56 minus 11 equal to 45. 45 minus 30 is equal to 32. From 32 you will subtract minus 15. Minus 15. So 32 minus 15 equal to 17. And 17 minus 17 equal to 0. So at last you should be getting the answer 0. From 81 we have subtracted successive odd numbers starting from 1 and obtained 0 at the 9th step. Okay. So from first to 9th, at last we are getting 0. Okay. So square root of 81 equal to 9. If you have completed in the 9th step, so answer will be 9. If you have completed in the 6th step, answer will be equal to 6. So can you find the square root of 729 using this method? So this you will do yourself, try it yourself. It will be time consuming. So after that we will study some other method. But here by repeated subtraction of odd numbers starting from 1, find whether the following numbers are perfect squares or not. If the number is a perfect square, then find its square root. Okay. So these examples you will try yourself and we will discuss these sums in the Google Meet. Let us understand finding square root through prime factorization. Now consider the prime factorization of the following numbers and their squares. So here prime factorization of a number are given and prime factorization of its square are given. So 6 is equal to 2 into 3. So 36 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. 8 equal to 2 into 2 into 2. So 64 equal to 2 into 2 into 2 and into 2 into 2 into 2. So 12 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 and 144 equal to 2 into 2 into 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply by 3. 15 equal to 3 into 5. So 225 equal to 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. So how many times does 2 occur in the prime factorization of 6? How many times 2 occur in the prime factorization of 36? So let us see here. Here 2 occurs 1 time, here 2 occurs 2 times. Here 3 occurs 1 time, here 3 occurs 2 times. Now, so it occurs twice. Similarly, observe the occurrence of 3 in 6 and 36, of 2 in 8 and 64. So, in 8 and 64, 2 occurs 3 times, here 2 occurs 6 times. In 12, 2 occurs 2 times, here 2 occurs 4 times and 3 occurs 1 time here, 3 occurs 2 times here. In 15, 3 and 5 are 1 time. In 225, 3 are 2 times and 5 is also 2 times. So you will find that each prime factor is the prime factorization of a square of a number. Occurs twice the number of times it occurs in the prime factorization of the number itself. Let us see this to find the square root of the given square number, say 324. So the factorization is given here. So 324. So 2 162s are 324, 2 81s are 162, 3 27s are 81, 3 9s are 27 and 3 3s are 9. So it is written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. These 3 also we will count here. Okay. Further, by pairing the prime factors we get 324 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So pair of two numbers in one pair. Okay. 2 into 2, that is one pair, 3 into 3 is one pair, 3 into 3 is the other pair. So equal to 2 square into 3 square into 3 square equal to 2 into 3 into 3 the whole square. So it will be 3 3s are 9 2s are 18. So 18 square. So 324 is 18 square. So square root of 324 will be 18. So similarly, can you find the square root of 256? Prime factorization of 256 is given here. So 256, 2 128 are 256, 2 64s are 128, 2 32s are 64, 2 16s are 32, 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8 and 2 2s are 4. So 2 how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 times 2 are there. So 4 pairs will be there. So 8 times 2 we will write, and by pairing the prime factors we get 4 pairs. 2 into 2, 1 pair, this is 2 pair, this is 3 pair, this is 4th pair. So for one pair we will write 2 one time. For the other pair we will write the 2 other time. For third pair we will write third 2 and for fourth pair we will write fourth 2. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 whole square. Okay. So equal to 2 multiplied 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, that is 16. When we will write here the symbol of square root, the square will go away from here. So equal to 16. So is 48 a perfect square? We know that 48 equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Means these two are paired numbers, but this is not paired one. Since all the factors are not in pairs, so 48 is not a perfect square. Suppose we want to find the smallest multiple of 48, that is a perfect square. How should we proceed? Okay, making pairs of the prime factors of 48, we see that 3 is only the factor that does not have a pair. So here we can see 3 is not in the pair. Okay, so we need to multiply by 3 to complete the pair. So if one more 3 is there here in multiplication, 3 into 3, then it will become completely paired number. So 2 will be in pair, 3 will be in pair, and here 3 will be in pair and 2 also is in pair. So 48 equal to 48 multiplied by 3 equal to 144 is a perfect square. So if you will multiply here 3, here also you multiply by 3. So 48 into 3 will be 144, which is a perfect square. So can you tell by which number should we divide 48 to get a perfect square? Now if you multiply by 3, then 48 will become a perfect square. But which number will divide to get a perfect square? So the factor 3 is not in the pair. So if you will divide 48 by 3, we will get 48 divided by 3 equal to 16. So if you will remove this 3 by dividing, then we will get 16. 48 divided by 3 equal to 16 equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So this 3 will be removed, it will go away. So this only will remain, which is the perfect square. And this number 16 is a perfect square too. Let us see some examples. Find the square root of 6400. Now let us see the prime factorization given here. So 6400. So 2 3200s are 6400. 2 1600s are 3200. So 2 800s are 1600. 2 400s are 800. 2 200s are 400. Then 2 hundreds are 200. 2 50s are 100. 2 25s are 50. And 5 5s are 25 and 5 1s are 5. So let us count how many 2 are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 times 2 are there. And 5 is how many times? 2 times. Okay. So 8 times 2 means 4 pairs of 2. So from one pair we will write only one time 2. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into this one pair of 5 means 1 time 5. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5, that is equal to 18. So square root of 6400 is 18. Now is 90 a perfect square? So let us see. 2 45s are 90, 3 15s are 45, 3 5s are 15 and 5 1s are 5. So how many times 2 is there? 1 time, 5 is 1 time and 3 is 2 times. The pair of 3 is complete, but pair of 2 and 5 is not complete. So we have 90 equal to 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. The prime factors 2 and 5 do not occur in pairs. Therefore 90 is not a perfect square. That 90 is not a perfect square can also be seen from the fact that it has only one 0. Okay, if the number is having 1 0, it cannot be a perfect square. Is 2352 a perfect square? If not, find the smallest multiple of 2352, which is a perfect square. Find the square root of the new number. Okay, so let us see the prime factorization. 2352. So 2 1176 are 2352. Then 2 588 are 1176. 2 294 are 588. 2 147 are 294. 3 49 are 147 and 7 7s are 49 and 7 1s are 7. So let us see how many times 2 are there. 1 2 3 4 times 2 are there. 3 is 1 time and 7 is 2 times. So we can see here the number 3 is not in the pair. Okay, as the prime factor 3 has no pair, so 2352 is not a perfect square. Now we have to find such a number. Okay, if 3 gets a pair, then the number will become a perfect square. So which number should be in the pair here? 3 should be in the pair. So we multiply 2352 by 3 to get a perfect square. So 2352 multiplied by 3 equal to, both sides we will multiply by 3. So equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. So 3 will become in pair now. Now each prime factor is in the pair. Therefore 2352 into 3 equal to 7056. So this is not the perfect square number. Thus the required smallest multiple of 2352 is 7056, which is a perfect square. So square root of 7056 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 7, that is equal to 84. Next example, find the smallest number by which 9408 must be divided so that the quotient is a perfect square. Find the square root of the quotient. Now let us see solution. First, when we will factorize 9408, we will get 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7 into 7. So these 2, 2, 2 and 7 are in pairs, but 3 is not in pair. So if we will divide 9408 by the factor 3, then 9408 divided by 3 equal to 3136. Now here also we will divide by 3, and from here also we will divide by 3. So 3 will be removed. Okay. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 7. So the remaining all will be in the pairs, which is the perfect square, because now we are getting the numbers in pair. So the required smallest number is 3. So square root of 3136 equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 7, that is 56. Now example 8, find the smallest square number which is divisible by each of the numbers 6, 9 and 15. So for this we have to find the LCM of the numbers 6, 9 and 15. Okay, so 2 3s are 6. So 9 and 15 will write like that only. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. 3 1s are 3 1s are 3 and 5 will be written like that. So 5 1s are and 5 1s are 5. So this has to be done in two steps. First, find the smallest common multiple and then find the square number needed. The least number divisible by each one of 6, 9 and 15 is then LCM. So least number means LCM we have to find out. The LCM of 6, 9 and 15 is 2 into 3 into 3 into 5, that is 90. So prime factorization of 90 is what? This one. Okay, the numbers which we are getting here will be the factors. So 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So here 3 into 3 is the paired numbers. We see that prime factors 2 and 5 are not in pairs. So 90 is not a perfect square. So in order to get a perfect square, each factor of 90 must be paired. Okay. So we need to make pairs of 2 and 5. So 3 is already pair, but 2 and 5 are not in pair. We have to make the pairs of 2 and 5. So what we will multiply here? 1 time 2 and 1 time 5. So 90 should be multiplied by 2 into 5, that is 10. So hence the required square number is 90 into 10 equal to 900. 90 should be multiplied by 2 into 5, that is 10. So 90 into 10 equal to 900. Write the PDF in your classwork. Thank you.